What is up and welcome. 3 letters say it all, AEW. And guess what? Number 3, 1, 2, 3, DSR will be getting more into the Dynamite episode that we just watched. We had a lot going on in here. We had appearances from Swerve and Hangman. We had Hook being sent in to take on Samoa Joe. We had so much happening. So let's get into it. I'm Neek, and joining me are some of my boys. Let's bring them out here.
Hey guys, how's it going? That's like Nick said. One of the boys are here. I am Caesar, sitting in as always every Wednesday and talking about this amazing thing with the 3 letters AEW. Let's do it.
What the fuck is up, everybody? It's John Escudero, DSR founder, baby. I'm here tonight on Dynamite. The boys, what? The boys are here. I couldn't find any of the other hosts. I don't know where the fuck they went. So I'm here.
We need to hunt them down.
I'll stand in. We'll get right into AEW Dynamite tonight. Yeah. What a fire ass episode, first of all.
That was.
Man, where we even start with that? There was fire at the start, there was fire at the end.
The whole building was on fire.
It's a great episode all the way through, structure wise. And I saw somebody say, well, that's because MJF is gone. And I think that's fucked up. It's not his fault. That's dirty. I won't go that far, but I will say the balance feels
restored. Who said that, Wardlow?
It's pretty good fucking wrestling tonight. Let's start with that main event. Samoa Joe pins Hook in it's a great fucking like a show. I was gonna call it a showcase, but it's not like a showcase for Hook. It's more like a way to show his character, like show his guts as a gutsy fucking badass who just won't stay down. That Taz kick out at 1. From the Muscle Buster, that's great character stuff for Hook. I'm not sure how much the save at the end, the run-in save does for Hook in particular. Like he was looking fine. I was like, man, if they could have gave him that Undertaker Jeff Hardy moment right now, and Joe
that's exactly what I
raised his hand. Like that's the vibes I got from the whole match. Like he was killing this new guy, but this is the future. I can tell he kicked out of my finisher at 1. So like he would have raised, if he would have acknowledged Hook at the end,
that would have been cool.
That would have been really cool. But they prioritized showing off the world title scene instead, and you get that great visual of Joe like a movie villain. So I understand why, but that was a great fucking showcase for it. Like I thought he looked great tonight. What did you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, like before the match started, I wrote down on my notes. Yes, I actually took notes this time around.
Whoa!
The biggest opportunity of Hook's life. This can be career making, and also I thought it was going to be really cool too that Taz got to commentate his son's first world title match.
That was great. His emotion on the commentary, he knew what like. He was able to convey it as a person, like as the character of a person who's trying to remain professional, but the emotion keeps slipping out. Like, oh God, like he even cursed at one point, like shit. Actually, it was probably at Boo. Fuck you! What the fuck?
Break the man's neck.
Yeah.
It fuses broken cervical spine.
Oh
God.
I will say after those 2 spots, one was like through the table and one on the apron, I had to sit down and like close my eyes because I was like, that's so goddamn brutal to the back.
They had a great crowd tonight too. South Carolina. I think this is the first time they've ever been there. That was great stuff. They were really into everything that's going on. Before that match, no, you go ahead. I was gonna point out just the great I didn't have the image, just the wrong image, but there was a great visual of Hook with Samoa Joe's Tron behind him and like the eyes of the Demon Joe staring over his shoulders. That was a great moment.
Yeah, another great moment too was by that same token, Hook with his back to the audience as the audience is going, Joe, almost like it was Hook versus everyone.
Yeah, it's excellent stuff. Promo yesterday where he's like, I know he's gonna kick my ass, but I don't give a fuck because who the fuck is Hook anyway? Like that was just cold. That was cold as hell. This whole situation was perfect for Hook. Like this is exactly what I've been waiting for Hook all this time. Where I'm just like, man, he was really over, but he hasn't had that moment yet. This was that moment, and I hope they don't. I hope they capitalize it. I hope they capitalize on it. Capitalize it. Uppercase.
All caps. Spell out
caps.
That's the key.
Yeah,
double
so
okay.
great
Hopefully
way to
he's
close.
double okay too after his back, his neck.
yeah.
He got destroyed. Muscle
Yeah.
busters. I mean, we know what that did to Tyson Kidd. And on top of that, that was after getting his neck smashed into the table breaking from that. And then on top of that, getting just annihilated through a powerbomb onto the apron.
So I mean, great way to close Dynamite, but I guess we might as well whip it back up to the front. Christian and Goldust opened the show. I call Goldust. I'm sorry. I'm always gonna slip. I'm always gonna slip back to the name.
That's how his theme song starts.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Oh, look at that.
It's a great match. I think the thing with Dustin Rhodes is that he's always gonna. For me, I'm always gonna be like, when I see his name on the card, I'm like, oh man, we got a Dustin match. But then he has the match, and I'm like, that was really good. It happens every time.
He pulls out a banger
every single time. I don't know how I can change that conditioning. I don't know why I feel that way about Dustin on first instinct. Like, oh no, this match is gonna suck, and it never does. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What did you guys? But did you guys have any real critical thought about the opening match tonight beyond it was good or bad, or because I thought it was just served its purpose pretty well.
So I don't remember how far into the match it was, but there was that one time he tried spearing Christian, and then he got stuck in the corner turnbuckle. Did it seem like he was there for a lot longer than normal? Like he was maybe.
You talking about that finish?
It was
almost the finish. Yeah. I thought there was some stuff that looked a little as the match went on, they slowed down a little bit. So that was probably part of that. But I think I know exactly what you're talking about. But
it wasn't
okay. It wasn't anything, right? It wasn't anything crazy.
They're old, so we gotta cut them a little slack there.
I'll give it to them.
No, I still do. I still agree with you. It was a good match too. But that one spot, as soon as I saw that, I was like, "Oh, what happened? Is he gonna be okay?"
It's one of those things too, where every time he does this every match, but still, no matter what, when Dustin pulls out the Canadian Destroyer, that gets such a reaction out of me, bros.
I'm weird with it because it's like Dustin doing the Canadian Destroyer was like the one that put it over the edge for me. Like, oh no, like we've done too. Like,
that was a jump the shark moment.
Yeah, like we took it too far now. Like we
pull over.
But here's the thing, though, he's the one that does it the most consistently out of everyone else back in that era when everyone had to do it.
Yeah, no, I absolutely, I agree with you 100%. But I always get weird about it. He's always performed pretty well, though. I mean, I'll say that much. So we didn't get any real plot development.
Full-time 80s wrestlers.
We didn't get any real plot development, though. I thought that was strange. I thought whatever they were gonna do with Christian or Adam Copeland or whatever was gonna happen, we just kind of had the Christian and Dustin match and moved on. So I was like, oh, okay, well then,
yeah. And the way they were talking on commentary about the Cope Open, you'd think that they were going to have one of those later in the night, and they did not. No Adam Copeland at all.
None at all. I assume that's just the number of dates thing, but we'll get back to him when we get back to him. Has he shown up?
Episode.
He's shown up since he got screwed out of the belt, right? He's just done the Cope Open on Collision, and
yeah.
That's right. He said he started the back of the line, so they're really doing that. But then, what are they doing with Christian beyond just being an asshole?
As a father.
As he's
the patriarch, and that's it.
And that's it.
Doing patriarch things.
I didn't notice I noticed Nick was there. Was Shayna there? I didn't notice if Shayna.
You would know if she was there.
Killswitch was there, who's about just as tall as her.
Oh,
that's right. She's quite tall, isn't she? Yeah. That's by snoo. You know what I mean? You know.
Where do we sign up?
Yeah. So that was the opening match. I don't know.
Speaking of which, before the show went on the air, got some little things sent to me from someone that was there.
Oh, nice
matches. Sky Blue defeats Brittany Jade, and then Dark Order's Alex Reynolds and John Silver defeated Brandon Cutler and Colt Cabana.
Nice. Brandon Cutler and Colt Cabana doing their dark match thing. They're producers in the back, I assume.
And they've been teaming up a lot lately on dark matches.
Yeah. I wonder if they're going to get put into this Young Bucks. Or I guess, I don't think they're the Young Bucks anymore, are they?
They're EVPs.
They are the EVPs, simply. So after that, I actually had to go outside and pick up my son from his track meet thing. And so I know Swerve came on.
Yes.
With Renee. What did they talk about, fellas?
So one of the biggest standouts, as you can imagine, he obviously talks about who's Hangman? Nah, he's got his eyes set on that world title. He wants Joe. He wants Hook. Whoever wins that world title, that's the one he wants. He doesn't care about Hangman anymore. And he was talking too about like all the great wrestlers that the Hangman defeated. And my favorite part about that, he's talking about like, yeah, he beat Moxley, he beat Omega, he beat Danielson, and he even included beating JD Drake in that list. And I thought that was great. As a JD Drake and Workhorseman fan, I was happy.
I did see that he said, you know, God could come down from heaven, and I still think Hangman would have a chance. And I thought that was fire. I was like, that is great. That is top level shit. But he can't beat me. I was like, oh, that's that 1980s NWA good shit. Like this
is Tully Blanchard and Magnum TA.
That's good shit. I love that. I know some people think it was too early for them to get back into it, Swerve and Hangman, but I'm just of the mind that the kind of feud they have, it would be really weird and unrealistic for Hangman to be like, I'm gonna sit and wait until there's a proper space in between the last time we fought for me to get revenge. Like, that's the dumbest fucking shit. Like, he broke into this man's house, he beat the shit out of him in the match, but they clearly have unfinished business. So, and it's not even like we're going right into the next singles match. Like, they have unfinished business, but it's within this new world title. It's like a whole new context now. It's a whole new situation. It doesn't feel like we're stuck in a certain phase of the Hangman Swerve feud. Like, why won't this end? Like, it's a whole ass new situation going on. I'm absolutely down to see Hangman and Swerve on this career rival thing they got going on. Like, that is absolutely perfect. And it's one of those, it's a pairing that you just never fucking saw coming. Like, Hangman and Swerve are gonna be two of the greatest rivals you've seen in this company. Like, who the fuck would have ever thought that? So I'm really excited. Like, when they come face to face, when they first came face to face after their last match, that should hype me up. I was ready to see them again. So I am still there. I'm kind of wondering. A lot of people think Swerve is just gonna win the title at Revolution. And no. I'm like, that is not.
That's too soon.
That is not happening. Like, there's about to be a lot of broken hearts when that main event ends with like Samoa Joe sneaking one out, or even Hangman somehow walking away. Just so they can fucking put Swerve and Hangman's situation in a world title thing. But
Joe's keeping that belt, man. They want to make sure Joe's an unstoppable monster. Especially look what he did to the practically almost undefeated Hook.
I love that, man. I love seeing Joe like that. Like, I love it. He's like fulfilled. This is like Joe as I've wanted to see him for the past fucking decade.
Yep,
the world champion, final boss. Like, Joe. This is the dude you have to prove yourself against right here. Like, if you could go to the jail,
final boss.
You're in this asylum, you're in this jail, you have to prove yourself against the biggest dude in the room, and it's the boss right there, that big shark looking motherfucker right there. Or who can call him? The big Hawaiian looking dude. Yeah. I love it. So there was a segment after this with Jericho and I was gonna call him Evan Bourne. Mad Side out.
They did reference that. They referenced it.
He did cut his hair too.
Did they? I missed this. They
kind of referenced when Evan Bourne beat Chris Jericho.
Oh shit! I fucking forgot they even had a thing. I
did too. I literally wrote that in my notes. I'm like, I forgot Seidel beat Jericho at one point. And one of the things too, even before this, they were showcasing the match Jericho and Sammy had at Battle of the Belts, and I don't even think we talked about this. And Sammy jumping 30 feet, just like when Jeff Hardy did that off the Raw set before they changed it.
That was awesome because they shot it well. They shot it very well. Like, you know, there was that issue before where they would shoot things from the top, and it's like, you're exposed to landing. No. They shot it from the bottom, and it looked like perfect. Like, oh no, he looked like he died.
He was really good too.
It was great. It was great.
Next Dynamite, we'll find out if he lived or not.
I thought it was interesting.
His wall run and his backflip off of that.
I thought it was interesting too that Hobbs was the one that pulled Ricky out because Hobbs and Ricky Starks have that old. They used to be friends, before Hobbs tried to kill him. So I thought I love to see things intertwine like that again. Like hello, my old Ron. I love that shit. So 6-man, was it 6-man or tag team? It
was best
tag
friends.
Team action.
We had Orange and Trent.
Orange and Trent and Chuck Taylor on the side looking all.
Chuck Taylor came back.
About time.
He looked kind of angry, but Orange Cassidy, obviously the best friends win the match, and afterwards they get confronted by the Undisputed Kingdom. Roderick Strong is challenging for the international belt, like they said he would. He said he's challenging 6 weeks early so that he can fuck with Orange Cassidy's mind. I guess I'll be interested to see what they do from here. This segment didn't really do much for me at all.
The crowd was very opinionated about Roddy's promo, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's a bad guy. It's like when they tell a bad guy to shut the fuck up, like I don't get like, oh no, he must be failing. Like, like he's a bad guy or whatever. But I think this segment just didn't. It didn't make me care about Roderick Strong versus Orange Cassidy. I'll tell you that much. But I mean, I'm sure the match is gonna fuck. It's gonna fuck hard. But
absolutely,
yeah.
I want to engage my inner Greg for a moment here. Is just listen, Orange just wrestled, a heck of a match with like Commander and Penta, and he was obviously hurting from all his other defenses. On top of that, he was willing to wrestle right then and there. And Roddy, who's all nice, fresh, ready to go, took his shirt off for it, is just like, no, I'll wait 6 weeks.
All right. See, like that stuff, like, okay, he's an asshole, like, fine. If we're going to have to do 6 weeks of Orange Cassidy and Roderick Strong segments, then this one was not, like, this one didn't instill hope in me. Like, oh, fuck. We got to see 6 weeks of this. Uh-oh.
Can't wait to see the promo from Orange Cassidy.
It'd be one of those. At best case scenario, it'd be one of those things where the build-up sucks and the match goes so fucking hard nobody even remembers what happened. Will before. That's usually how that goes.
During the match, so one of the things they talked about too was allegedly they planned in advance that they wanted this match to be Lucha Brothers versus Best Friends, but Phoenix is hurt and so is Chuck. Chuck Leary just came back.
Phoenix was there though, right? He was on screen. He showed up. That was cool. First time back on TV since the injury.
Him and Chuck.
And Chuck Taylor, you're right. I actually didn't realize Chuck was injured. I thought he was just
gone.
Like, he disappears off TV sometimes. Like,
Tony Khan doesn't want to return someone's calls.
Hanging out.
Sorry. Sorry. You don't get to come. You don't get to come to catering.
You don't get to hang out with the boys.
You see this free food? Leave.
Hangman Page.
Before we get there, was Orange Cassidy the one that got the pinfall in this match?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay, so here's a little stat with that. We had at Battle of the Belts, Orange Cassidy is the first person to get 100 pinfall victories when he beat Preston Vance, and tonight that's a 101.
Oh shit! Who's got? They keep stats like this too, so it's a surprise to me that they didn't bring that up on screen because they love that number shit.
I got
the most matches on Dynamite history. The fucking Tony Khan and his analytics. Adam Page says he will be watching the main event closely to see who's going to be the next world champion because that's what he cares about right now. Good aggressive stuff. After that, Mark Briscoe comes to the stage in an absolutely beautiful moment. Yeah, I uploaded the fucking images to this thing, but I can't find them now. This StreamYard got rid of my little pictures, but yeah, it was an excellent Jay Briscoe tribute moment that I didn't expect for some reason. Like they're really good. Like one thing Tony Khan's really good with is paying respect. Yeah. But to fallen wrestlers, to living wrestlers, to the business, the guy, he's good with that. They showed the family some real respect here. Papa Briscoe on screen. The rest of the family, Mark's kids, Jay's kids come up on stage. The girls were told they were never going to be able to walk again, but they do. I loved it. I almost cried. They played the video again. I did cry. And then, we moved on. So
they had two on the lower third for the title card when Briscoe and his family came out. Was Dem Boys Will Never Be Forgotten on there.
Yeah, I saw
that's
that.
awesome. I didn't see that. I missed that.
To the Briscoe family, and then it's to that part on the top. Yeah,
That's great. I love it. So after that, we had a segment. We had the Young
Nicholas
Bucks
and Matthew.
yeah.
I
say it
guess
right,
Young
remember.
Bucks no more. So I call them by their birth names: Matthew and Nicholas Jackson, the EVPs of AEW.
Business Bucks.
They lean on the thing about the rumors online and how could you believe those things. But then they kind of get a little real about like if you knew that this thing you were gonna do was gonna put the target on the back of all the people you love and fucking fuck up your life for a little bit, would you do it? And it's like, yes, we do it all over again. I was like, I actually I love this for them. I think in this environment, they were never going to be full 100% baby face. Like they were never just going to be able to walk back on screen and just be babyface Young Bucks. That just wasn't going to happen. And in today's wrestling environment, especially AEW's kind of audience, where it's like, if the Young Bucks tried to just put on a whole unrelated character and like, we're just cartoon character heels, not acknowledging anything that's going on in real life, like oblivious, it's just not gonna work. They're gonna get made fun of. It's gonna be really bad heat. With this, you take advantage of the heat that already exists. You fucking lean into all the things they already don't like about you. It's pro wrestling 101. That's exactly how pro wrestling works. So I'm a Young Bucks fan though. Like I'm most of the things they do, I enjoy. So I was really looking forward to see what they were going to do next. Someone pointed out that these are Vince McMahon mustaches, and I didn't fucking see it. I was like, oh shit, you're right. You're absolutely right. I'm never gonna unsee that. They've got Vince McMahon stashes.
And Nicholas wearing the Vince McMahon gray.
They did take a little jab. They did take a little jab at CM Punk.
There was a couple of those.
It was just enough so that you can't say, like, they can't get in trouble for, like, you can't get sued. You can't even say 100% that it was about CM Punk, because there's people it could be about. Like, there's a couple people it could be about that still work there. So, so yeah, they said the thing about how we're gonna get rid, like, we fucked up by leaning on the tired, cancerous, toxic wrestlers of the past. So we're gonna get rid of them. We're starting with Sting. I was like, that is just perfect. Like that's exactly what I want to hear from these two fucking asshole motherfuckers. Like, I love it. But maybe you guys didn't. What'd you think?
I don't know if I'm like hallucinating, but I've heard two different things in regards to Sting and Darby. That's why I'm bringing it up right now, because one part I heard tonight was Sting and Darby with the EVPs, and then another one was Sting and Darby with the tag team championships.
Yeah, those both happened. That's two things that are happening. So more than likely Sting and Darby are going to win those tag team championships headed into that pay-per-view, and that's probably the optimal situation.
That's why I was trying to make sure I heard properly. That's what I was getting at.
Well, because the way they did it too is the Jackson 2 never specifically said that they were going to pop themselves in the last match or not. They got a couple meetings. They got some strings to pull, but they kind of left that a little open. And then Sting and Darby later, and this could be very well be the red herring to lead in for those tag titles. But they said that's one of the things they want to do is go out with a bang on one last title run.
I think that Sting and Darby should be give them the damn belts on Saturday. Like, get this going. Let's get to this. Give them the damn belts. Let them get one or two defenses in, and then end that with the Young Bucks. I cannot wait to see the reaction online when the Young Bucks pin Sting or Darby and take those tag team championships. It is gonna be fucking glorious. All these people that think they know everything are gonna be like, how dare they?
Get the popcorn ready.
They jerk themselves off. They're the EVPs. They use their fucking political power to pin Sting in his last match. knowing
Damn it.
Sting's old school ass wants to go out on his back and absolutely wants to be the one to get pinned in his final match. So I can't wait. I cannot wait. That's going to be glorious.
Because Sting totally doesn't have a say in who is going to be in his last match.
Right? Or how it ends.
Yeah.
Oh,
So after that, we had the six.
Guns
man.
up.
Great new theme song for the Guns. I don't know if you guys agree or not. I thought it was great. I knew they couldn't afford Many Men, so I expected a full-on.
I was thinking Many Men would play them.
No, I thought they were gonna rip it off. I thought they were gonna do Jimmy Hart. I thought we were gonna get fucking Mikey Ruckus rapping over a fake Many Men beat. But
Okay, but listen,
that was the other version.
those Jimmy Hart ripoffs were bangers.
I think of like the fake Real American one when I think of Jimmy Hart ripoffs because it's like the most obvious.
Diamond Dallas Page with the Smells Like Teen Spirit ripoff.
Or-
That is one of the best of all time.
Chris Jericho with the was it Even Flow ripoff?
Even Flow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not the same song. We just changed like 4 notes.
And
The
Raven with
Guns,
Come As
though.
You Are.
Okay.
The Guns 6-man tag team champions, which gives me the impression that AEW is about to unify the 6-man belts.
I saw a lot of people bringing that up, but remember too, there's the potential for the super group with the
Yeah, but I'm
sets of
not.
trios.
I don't believe they're gonna go all the way. Like I think they will become a super group and they will fight the Undisputed Kingdom, and for whatever reason they will split back up and they're gonna have that unification match. Maybe at the paper because you got 6 weeks left. I mean, you can figure 3 weeks from now you do the big old main event 5-on-5. Bang bang! What is it? Bang bang scissor gang?
Yeah.
Against the Undisputed Kingdom, and I guess add 2 more fuckheads in there. Why not? I'm excited. I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see Jay White in this position because people have been saying like he's been wasted, but I haven't seen it. I haven't
John,
seen
what are you
Jay
talking
White.
about? He's been buried.
Yeah, like I haven't seen him wasted. When he first got here, they gave him the big old fucking Collision run, and then they brought them the Dynamite because they were so fucking over on Collision, and then he had the world title run, and then he had the world title program, which he fucking wore the belt the whole time, and then he had the fucking
the champion.
Immediately after that, the Continental Classic, where he had one of the strongest showings in his block, made it to the finals. And now after that, right into this next storyline. So I just haven't seen this wasting of Jay White. Like I haven't seen he's actually integrated into AEW program better than a lot of people who come into this fucking company.
And look, too, he's in like how many different storylines? He's got the thing with the Acclaimed. He, had this with the Bang Bang Gang. He's got his Collision stuff, and then on top of that, he's also involved with the Adam Cole Kingdom storyline. So,
yep.
And remember, too, I wrote down too with this match in particular with the Bang Bang Gang versus the Embassy. It is a match of big biceps and ripped abdominals. That's what this whole match was.
Those are big fucking boys. They had on shiny new gear, and that kind of tipped me off to the fact that they would lose because it gave off like we got this gear for a pay-per-view match, but we know we ain't getting it now vibes. Like we might as well use it now because we're not gonna get the chance. Like I was like, oh, that's sad. Like,
it looked really cool
sad.
too.
It looked really cool. It did. Great stuff though. I mean, the match was what it was. It was the right finish. It was the right finish. It didn't go on too long.
Bones
it wasn't
with
like
the run in to stop Nana.
Yeah, it wasn't a technical classic, but you got all the good story things in there that you sports entertainment like types like. It was all up in there, and it wasn't overbearing. Mm-hmm. So I appreciated it for what it was. Adam Cole and Wardlow cut a promo backstage. I gotta say, I am not digging this at all. Like Wardlow in this thing feels like a waste. It feels like a waste of Wardlow, and because of that, it's bringing me down on the whole Undisputed Kingdom thing. Like you're fucking the whole thing up for me now. Like don't get this shit over with. Whatever we're doing with Wardlow, you're gonna do the Wardlow turns on the bad guy thing again. Fine, just get it out of the way. Get to the fucking meat and potatoes with this shit. I fucking hate how they've wasted Wardlow, and I know some of it was circumstance, but some of it was not. Some of it was bad booking. I don't know where they go from here. He's literally taking a step backwards. He's in the spot he was in when he was MJF's bodyguard. So
yeah, now he's just Adam Cole's bodyguard, except Adam Cole doesn't do much.
Yeah, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? MJF and Adam Cole trading girlfriends? Like, what's going on? Like, what is this?
And like the writing's on the wall too, in the sense that Adam Cole at the first promo says when Wardlow gets the title, the World Heavyweight title, he's gonna do the right thing and hand it over to me.
We already did this. We fucking did this. We literally fucking did the same fucking story with Wardlow. If he wins the TNT Championship, you're going to hand it right over, aren't you, buddy? I still remember the fucking promo. Like this, I actually hate this. I hate this with a passion. It bothers me. Wardlow got the look on his face like he don't even want to be here. Like,
I got a bet for this.
Bored.
I can't dig it. I'm not digging it.
He's like, I could have been at the gym or playing video games or anything else instead of this crap.
I don't know, but I mean, do you guys disagree? If you do, let's hear it,
I agree. You can even tell, like Wardlow looks like he's kind of like this backstage, going like, kind of attitude, like he's just chilling. That's
he's just zoned out. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
I think he knows where he even is.
This is like the Giant in 1998, where he just stopped caring completely.
I know I'm going to the other company.
I got my check today, guys. Let's get wasted.
Wardlow.
Yeah, Wardlow, yes.
Wardlow is great.
Can we get that on a t-shirt?
Oh man. So yeah, it's disappointing to me, but we'll see where it goes. After that, we had Deonna Purrazzo versus Anna Jay. I had heard something from a friend that was like, you know, we just got Deonna and she's your new signee. She shouldn't be in the ring with like shitters. Like, but I thought one, Anna Jay is like a featured person on the card, so like it's a good person to beat early on. Like she just got here, Red Velvet and Anna Jay just kind of pinning these jobber girls. I'm sorry, they just are jobber girls in this position right now. I'm not saying as a reflection of their talent, but they are fucking jobbers right now. But I'm more concerned with the fact that she is immediately in a story with Toni Storm, because it kind of gives me the vibes that she's gonna get a world title match immediately on her first pay-per-view and lose and then disappear, you know, off television.
Taya Valkyrie.
Not Taya. I'm sorry, man. Taya came in with all this hype, and I was and I hadn't seen much of her work before. So I was like, okay, I'm very excited to finally get to see Taya Valkyrie in a company that I enjoy, in a situation that I like. And she comes in and it's just over and over and over again, just stinker. And I was like, oh boy, this is a really bad impression of Taya Valkyrie that I'm getting. And I don't know if it's the booking or I don't know if it's the girl she's in the ring with, but in many different kinds of situations, and none of them worked. So
and now we don't see her or her man anymore.
And ironically, they put them on ROH together, and they look better together than they ever did apart. So, I'm like,
so long you do that.
There's your money right there. So
Johnny Honor.
That's where we are with that. Is that his name? Is that what he's using?
Like
Johnny Honor?
That's kind of more of like just what everyone online is dubbing him, but he's still Johnny TV.
He should.
It's Johnny Honor.
He should be Johnny Honor. Johnny Ring of Honor even works.
Johnny
Rowe.
Johnny Rowe. So Toni Storm comes out and she does commentary for the match, and she's great as always. Deonna Purrazzo gets this.
That's not Ian Riccaboni. That's Tony Schiavone.
Yeah, I was just gonna say
Tony Schiavone, whose head she pet him. She just pet him for the whole match. Like I'm like, fucking God.
And gave him macaroons.
Didn't she?
Yeah, she did.
She literally
fed him. She fed him. I let Toni Storm feed me. She fucks with the announcers in a way where I'm like, their wives would appreciate. It's like Tony Schiavone with the ass orange, Ian Riccaboni getting fed.
What's
Luthor with the bare ass on his neck.
Every guy in the front row screaming they wish they were at his spot.
So Deonna puts her nasty looking finisher on to Anna Jay. Anna Jay taps out, and then They asked poor Deonna to cut a promo, and she's dying. She's dying. Like, I don't know why they did this to her. They should have had Tony just pick up the mic and start talking shit. Like, you guys are fucked.
Throw it.
Then the shoe fight happened.
Dude,
she was great. Tony's fucking great. What'd she call her? She called her an artificially tanned hag and Deonna Corpse for a second. She's like, oh shit. Like, I'm on live TV. Fuck. The shoe thing, they're throwing the shoes back and forth. Great stuff. I just thought, it's a little early for Deonna to be right up in the world title picture. So when she loses, I hate that cycle. I do. I really do. I think it also gives the vibes like she has no chance. Like, she's absolutely not pinning Toni Storm when they fucking wrestle each other. There's just no way that happens.
So early in her run.
Yeah. Private Party and Private Party and Top Flight. If I've been waiting to see this match for a very long time, and I thought it took a little while to get into it, but when they
especially too, think about like the injuries all four men have had leading up to this point.
Yeah, that's why I was like, oh man, this is great. They must have it all pent up, ready to let it out, and they did not. Actually, they were very paced and grounded, and they really started picking it up in the end. It gave me the feeling that they intend to do more of these.
Yeah.
And possibly at the pay-per-view, possibly a series. I'm not sure, but it definitely gave me the idea that they wanted to do more. The crowd didn't know what to do with the grounded wrestling at first. They didn't expect this from these teams, so they were really quiet. I didn't either. Admittedly, I was like, oh god, is this not clicking? But like, I kind of got it. I got what they were doing as it picked up, and I was like, okay. I think if I watched this back, I would appreciate it more, but my expectations clashed with the reality very fucking hard for the beginning of this match.
Yeah, because that was the thing. I was just like, kind of like what Caesar said earlier, like, am I hallucinating? Like, are we just staying on the ground? Because like with all four of these guys, we've seen the crazy stuff that they were capable of like last several years.
Yeah.
But then that's when I realized because of that, they've all been hurt for a while in different ways and different capacities.
Yep. So I thought, and then that's why I started to think like, oh no, like, are they scared? Like, are they not going to be that kind of wrestler anymore? But no, like they started picking it up in the end, and I got the idea that they're saving some for later. So that was what it was.
Barely any. There was no rapid Hydretti. There was only a little bit of action in Andretti at the end there.
Yeah. No
water spot.
No water spot. No throat goat.
That's next week. That's next week.
So then we. Darby Allin, they cut the promo where they say they want the AEW World Tag Team Championships. And I thought, well, that's perfect. That's exactly the situation I had wanted for Sting and the Bucks and Darby. It's a world title match. You finally get I don't know if this is what they're going to do, but in my eyes, you're finally going to get that AEW World Tag Team Championship pay-per-view main event that they built this company on the promise of.
Yeah.
It kind of sucks because it's only the main event because Sting is in it. Because I'm
Sting's
still
retiring.
I'm still in the belief. I'm still of the belief that we actually had a natural AEW Tag Team Championship main pay-per-view main event with the Young Bucks and FTR when they had all the belts.
Yes.
Right.
That would have been perfect.
I've always believed that was just like the biggest missed opportunity for tag team wrestling because could you have imagined though, like the pay-per-view main event, the IWGP, AAA, AEW, and Ring of Honor tag team championships on the line, two of the biggest fucking tag teams in the history of modern wrestling,
each one with the same amount of wins over the other.
Come on, how did we miss that? I want to find out which one of you four motherfuckers politicked your way out of that shit, and I'm gonna hate you. I'm gonna hate you personally. So I mean, that's Dynamite tonight. That was a really fucking great episode. I thought really, really balanced, really good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Can we say too that wins and losses matter? Sting finally getting that title shot.
Yes, he deserved it. Like
he's undefeated
years ago. Based on the metrics in this company, he's deserved it for like 2 years now, at least.
He's been literally undefeated since 2021, March of 2021.
Yeah.
And since like over 25 matches.
Never been pinned in this company. He should have a world title shot.
Literally undefeated.
And you know what's great about that run is that it doesn't feel like he came into AEW and just buried all the young guys, and for 3 years he was undefeated like some Goldberg shit. Yeah, like Goldberg, right? Because you remember that's why I like to think like if Goldberg had come to AEW when they wanted to sign him when it first started, I think that would have actually been awesome because they wouldn't have booked him to crush people like he did Bray Wyatt and Kevin Owens. You know, like they would have booked him like fucking Sting, and him and Jay Cargill would have been like two fucking back-to-back people or some shit. You would have been managing Jay Cargill or some shit. Jayberg. So yeah, man, that's Dynamite. And with that, I mean, I guess it's time to talk about who we think is the jobber of the night. I don't know if I had a big jobber of the night personally.
I've got more megastars than jobbers.
That's the thing. Everyone looked solid and great tonight. If I had to absolutely pick a jobber, I'm gonna say Matt Sydal, because what chance does he really have against Jericho? I completely forgot he was in the company until he walked up there.
Oh my god!
I was gonna say Goldberg. I'm sorry. Goldberg's the jobber of the night tonight, and Bret Hart is proud of me. He slipped me a 20 to say that. Guy wasn't even on the show tonight. Jobber of the night. No, I was gonna say Wardlow. Wardlow's my jobber of the night just because he's stuck in this fucking bullshit that he doesn't even want to be in. And if it doesn't end with him as world champion, then what are we doing? And it's not gonna end with him as world champion. So what are we doing, right? I don't fucking know.
Oh no! Speaking of which, the streak is over, fellas.
Uh-oh.
This is the first show in like 6 or 7 that they haven't had the bounty hunter on.
Oh shit! No, god damn it! He's gonna be on Ring of Honor this week against Claudio too.
Does that count?
Damn it!
Oh, the streak is over.
Honestly,
he's on the event though. He's on the event. But yeah, I feel you. Did we talk about Camille? She was backstage.
Oh,
Dynamite.
We didn't.
She was backstage at Dynamite tonight,
Is
and
that
that's
a sign?
no. I don't want to say it's a sign of anything because WWE was said to like have offered her or will be offering her an NXT contract. So I think she's just kind of dipping her little toes in and seeing like, let me see what they got here before I make my decision. You know, like let me just check it out. And she comes to the one show where there's no real big featured female match. It's just
the female match kind of fell apart at the end.
It's just Deonna Purrazzo and Hannah Jay doing a little thingy thing. I hope Athena has a banger on ROH or something.
And then the dark match at the start of the show was Sky Blue squashing a local jobber.
Oh fuck! She's definitely going to NXT. This was fucked up. Oh shit!
I mean, what if she throws us like a swerve ball and she goes to like Impact or sorry TNA instead?
I guess that's always an option. That's a good thing that there's a third option now. For sometimes with TNA, I feel like right now there's a lot of momentum. So right now, if you were to be like a new person joining right now, I think this would be the best time to get in there because you can say like, this is where I'm gonna make my stop and this is where I base myself and people will really get behind you and all that shit. But for a while, it was like if you were coming up and you had a lot of buzz, you would basically bypass TNA. Like you're not even thinking about you in TNA. Like you need to go to WWE or AEW. But today, right now, with the buzz that TNA has, I think is the time to do that. Are they gonna pay her the same? Is she gonna get the same exposure? I don't know about that. But if she joined right now, she'd be a really good addition to their women's division, especially since they're losing Trinity and they lost Deonna. But megastars, baby, it's time. Who we got?
Caesar, you got your list to rapid fire?
He's fucking coughing. He's got nothing.
Shut up. I got like 3 names on this one, so I don't know who to pick. So I'll just throw all 3 of them out. Earlier in the night, Dustin, because that was a sick match he did with the TNT Championship. Aside from the slowing down, but like we said, he has his moments. In the ROH 6, man, I could figure out the difference. Colton. He was throwing down hard. That one part where he was just like throwing hands and just chucking people everywhere. That was pretty intense.
I talk about it on the on the flagship show all the time about how much I love the Guns because of how I saw them when they sucked and I thought they sucked as well, and I was like, God, these guys suck. Why are they getting pushed so fucking hard? Like undefeated. I think Colton was like 26-0, and I was like,
he had the
oh
best
my
streak
God.
for the longest time.
I was like, what the fuck are they doing with these shitters? Like, this is telling me they're gonna put them on TV at some point, and I hate them. And slowly but surely, they just got it. Like, they just got it. They developed into a great fucking act. And then they split away from their dad, and they were even better. And it's like, I love the Guns. And maybe, just maybe, it might be time for them to go babyface a little bit, just for a little while.
Here's the thing, too. They feel like a natural fit to be alongside Jay White as well. Yeah, they do. They fit so well. And I miss Juice so much. Yeah, I miss Juice so much. He's hurt. He's very hurt.
Oh, okay.
On television, MJF actually murdered him with a television screen.
Write him out with murder.
In real life, it's a back injury, and it's said to be like severe. It's really bad. But yeah, that's me, man. That's my man. I don't know if my megastar tonight. I guess I'm gonna go with Hook.
Yeah, that's mine too.
God, he looks great. God, he looks great. The whole bat signal deal. This shit is awesome. His whole presentation is perfect. This guy's dad on commentary. He's fucking got everything right now.
There's a lot of energy from him too that we don't usually see.
Oh yeah. This was great. Seeing him be challenged like this was great. Now he looks fallible. He looks human. But he still has that aura. Like, he stood up against the beast, Samoa Joe.
Final boss.
He asked for more.
More. He's got the lineage that can just kick out at one.
They doing this Roddy Strong shit. It needed to be Hook. Hook needed to be challenging Orange Cassidy for that. Hook needed to be challenging Orange Cassidy for that international belt. Let's keep that fucking momentum going. Plus, that's two of AEW's homegrown gimmicks. Like, I mean, obviously Orange Cassidy had been Orange Cassidy on the indies before he came to AEW, but most of his character development as Orange Cassidy has happened on AEW television. Yeah. So the Orange Cassidy would have been a much more entertaining and meaningful international title match at this point in both their careers. Because that kind of feels like Orange Cassidy spinning wheels doing this shit. At least if he was working with Hook, it would have felt like he's doing something that matters. But that's just me fantasy booking.
Hey, remember though, they got their alliance because Orange Cassidy has secretly been assembling the Avengers.
They're friends too, right? They could have simply been like, "Hey, here's this bag of chips. I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to do this," and it would have been fine
for you. I got your chips, and I got your title shot.
But yeah, man, that's us, my brothers. So, anything? Did we miss anything tonight? I feel like we hit all the good points.
That was everything.
Yeah.
I mean, catch me and Nick, man. Later tonight, we're gonna do the Dershi Radio flagship podcast, baby. It'll be out tomorrow morning. Catch us on Friday. Dershi Radio presents the SmackDown Rewind. Saturday, Dershi Radio's Collision Rewind. Monday, the Raw Rewind. Tuesday, the NXT Rewind. Wednesday, Dynamite again. Next week, we're gonna be doing the Royal Rumble on location. Woo! That's crazy. That's crazy.
Backstage.
But where can we find you guys? Give the audience your social media address. Not your address, but
where the fuck your home address.
The directions to your bathroom. Do you have a bathroom? That's the worst. People ask that. Like, you go to your house and they're like, "Do you have a bathroom?"
No, when they go to your workplace, do you have a washroom?
What the fuck are you talking about? Do I have a bathroom? Do humans operate in this area? It would be illegal for it to exist without a bathroom.
It's just a bucket in the back.
Is there working plumbing here?
No, we shit in a fucking river. You scoop it out and you hope for the best.
I've been to one of those where it was like a vintage house where you only had the outhouse.
I ain't never been somewhere where you had to shit outside, okay? I mean, I've been outside. I had to take shit outside. I've never had to take a shit outside, but I've been outside and have felt the feeling to take a shit like, oh my God, I'm going to die if I don't make it to my home. but I've never shit outside, and I don't think that you should either.
All right.
That's
Yeah,
our
hours.
that's our Jerry Springer
Advice
lesson.
of the night.
That's our quote of the day. We'll fucking see you guys next week. Oh shit! Let me throw a graphic over us. Fuck.
Get that overlay. We're done here. Good night.